Good evening and welcome to a very special edition of even more unseen clips from Series 16 of Would I Lie to You. Joining David Mitchell tonight are Motsi Mabuse, Bez, Sarah Greene, Joe Wilkinson, Snoochie Shy, Lucy Martin and Anton Du Beke. And joining Lee Mack tonight, Joe Brand, Steve Pemberton, Shazia Mirza, Lucy Beaumont, Tom Allen, Amol Rajan, Bob Mortimer, Professor Alice Roberts and Morgana Robinson. We begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Joe Brand is first tonight.
I once broke my ankle, but instead of calling an ambulance, I went all the way to A&E in a wheelbarrow.
David's team.
Oh, so where were you when you broke your ankle?
I was in the park.
OK.
I fell off a swing.
There was a wheelbarrow just lying in the park.
Well, there was one with a gardener quite near it.
Right, so you fell off a swing.
Yeah,
you broke your ankle.
I'd been to the pub, OK.
Yeah.
And I got a bit tired because I had so many crisps. So we walked home through the park, we were drunk, so we went on the swings.
And what time of day was this?
Sort of about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
OK. And so you break your ankle.
You get much more drunk if you drink at lunchtime, don't you? Yeah.
No, it's actually true. Wine at lunch makes you silly. Wine in the evening makes you wise. Okay.
That doesn't rhyme at all.
Not everything has to rhyme.
Yeah, but you said it like it was rhyming.
You said it with a rhythm. Wine at lunchtime makes you silly. Wine at night time makes you wise. So you fall off the swing. Do you know instantly that your ankle is broken?
No, but it really, really hurt a lot.
So what happened?
Well, what happened was that we were in a park, which is...
We know what park is.
I haven't finished the end of the sentence.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were in a park,
Right.
comma.
Right.
I've started hearing punctuation.
But we were in a park, colon, because that hurt too. And the hospital wasn't that far, but it was too far for me to kind of limp. And there was a gardener doing some work on a flower bed, and so a friend of mine just went over, like you do when you're drunk and ask stupid questions, can you wheel my friend to A&E in your barrow?
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, it's the afternoon drinking can do that.
What about you, Lucy?
I think it's true, yeah.
Yeah, I think we do.
You think it's true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Was it true or was it a lie?
It is a lie.
I believe that.
Bez, you're next.
At Top of the Pops, I upset MC Hammer when I stole his silly trousers from his dressing room.
Now, for those of you at home maybe not familiar with him, this is MC Hammer.
MC Hammer's budget always went on the trousers. There was nothing left for upstairs, was there?
What was he singing? I'm not sure what he sung actually, but...
That one?
Yeah.
I'm probably not allowed to do that, because I probably have to pay the rights to MC Hammer.
I don't think it was that close to the original. It sounds more like this, doesn't it?
Touch this.
You're very good, I'll give you that. OK, I take it back. They have cleared the rights. OK, so you were on with the Happy Mondays.
Yeah, the Stone Roses and the MC Hammer.
How do you chance upon stealing his trousers?
Well, I was dead. Sean said to me, listen, Bez, I'll give you 20 quid if you sneak in there, get MC Hammer's pants. And obviously I rose to the challenge.
Now, when you popped into the dressing room, surely there was nobody else in there at the time. I mean...
No, it was MC. He was doing his dress rehearsal.
Had you already had your dress rehearsal?
No, we was waiting because we was higher up in the charts than he was.
Oh.
How did you get in there?
What, in the charts, you mean? People that buy any old rubbish back in the 90s.
How did you get in the dressing room?
He foolishly left it open.
Oh! With a big sign saying you can't touch this. So he's got his massive trousers in there. Now you've taken them. What happened when MC Hammer went back?
Well, the producer of the show wants to know, who had to MC Hammer's... and he was all denying it,
Word had got out.
He wanted him back, you know what I mean?
And Stone Roses were denying it, were they? I bet they had their eye on Ian Brown. He looks like he could steal things.
Yeah. Well, we thought we was going to swap bands with the Stone Roses at the time. We was going to go on as the Stone Roses. And they go on as us, but, you know what I mean, after stealing MC Hammer's trousers, we thought that might have been a little too much for him.
Were you going to go on and sing a Stone Roses song, or sing your own song?
Yeah, we was going to swap bands.
What were you going to sing as the Stone Roses?
I think it was Only Fool's Gold at the time.
But did you know that song?
No, but we was miming it's Top of the Pops.
Get away with it. Did he get his trousers back for the performance?
Well, he unfortunately had spare pairs.
So you managed to keep them?
Yeah, we still got them to this day.
Where are they now?
On my trophy wall at home.
Well, what else is on your trophy wall?
Well, you like to know.
All right, what do we think, Shazia?
I mean, it's plausible, isn't it? And there's a lot of detail.
What about you, Steve?
I think it's true. It's a perfect Top of the Pops story.
He's not so sure.
I'm not so sure because I think Sean would sell him to do it, definitely. And I think Bez would definitely do it. The more I think about it, the more I think it's true.
Saying it's true. Bez, Top of the Pops, MC Hammer's trousers. Truth or lie?
It is the only lie in our knowledge.
Snoochie, you're next.
Oh, okay. There's one job in the house I hate doing so much, I get my mum to come round and do it for me.
All right, Lee's team.
What is it? When I'm washing up, there's food, and it gets stuck in the plug, so all the food, like, comes together, and it's just there like a little party of food. That's the job.
So you'll happily wash up the plate, but you're not dealing with the food that's gone into the hole?
Yeah, no.
Your poor mother. That's not very
Yeah,
nice.
but she only lives 5 minutes walk down the road, so it's not like
So
she's
it's
travelling
no
far.
bother at all to come and clear your plug hole?
No, literally, no.
Sorry, that came out a bit wrong.
To be fair, actually...
I think you're apologising to the wrong person, Rob.
So your mum's cool with this, then?
I think it's just something that she's just like, oh, yeah, it's fine, I know Shy wants that to happen.
It's for
so
my
she does it.
Snoochie.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Does she call you Shy? Your surname, Snoochie Shy?
No, she actually calls me Charlotte.
Why does she call you that?
No, my real name is Cheyenne.
Right.
But I was born Charlotte. And then first day of year 7 when I was 11, my mum was downstairs and she was like, Cheyenne, get down now. So I was thinking, who the hell is Cheyenne? So I came down the stairs and she was like, she had the deed poll, paid £50 for it. She's like, it's your name now, go to school. So I went to school.
This is the story you should be telling.
I went to school.
She changed your name at 11 without asking you?
Yeah.
Well, what was wrong with Charlotte and why did she change...
She said that she never liked it. So then it got Cheyenne.
Where does Cheyenne come from?
She just had it in her head.
Sounds like one of Bob's friends, doesn't it, Cheyenne?
But I've been calling you Snoochie.
Well, clearly when she was 15, she went, Snoochie, get down here! And you're thinking, who the hell's Snoochie? OK, that's because I never liked Cheyenne either, so I'm changing to Snoochie. Get yourself to school.
Well, with Cheyenne, obviously, that's my name now, my real name, and then the only person that calls me Charlotte now is actually my mum.
Oh, so she likes it now? She's made everyone else change it, but now she likes it.
Snoochie was a name that my nan used to call me when I was growing up. She was like, oh, you're so cute. Like, Snoochie meant cute.
Right.
But then I changed it to my work name, and then after I changed it to my work name, I actually went on Urban Dictionary, and then I found out that Snoochie actually means flaccid carrot stuck in the refrigerator.
What? How can a flaccid carrot be stuck in a...
I have no idea.
I can't get this blooming flaccid carrot!
Could I ask, do you have a dishwasher?
Yeah.
And will you clean the filter in your dishwasher?
Clean the filter in the dishwasher.
I must apologise, my friend Roberts has not been speed dating before.
I'm going to be so honest, I didn't know there was a filter in the dishwasher, so
You don't know there's a filter in a dish? Well, where do you think it all goes?
I don't know, into the River Thames. I don't know.
And that would be fine, wouldn't it? Right, OK, let's go for a guess here. Alice.
If that indeed is your name.
Sometimes it is.
Oh, she's almost flirting with you then, Luke.
Almost.
Almost, yeah.
But then she looked up and remembered what I looked like and changed her mind.
So, Alice, truth or lie?
I think it's true. I think
True.
it's yeah, because it is yucky.
I can't lie, I actually enjoy it.
I enjoy it as well,
The
Lee.
satisfaction of getting like that in a bowl and eating it like an apple.
Yes.
Lovely.
What do you think, Bob?
I think it's true.
You think it's true, too?
Of course it's true. She's young. She hasn't lifted a finger in her life. They never do.
All right. Charlotte, Cheyenne, or
Yeah.
should I call you Snoochie? Was it true or was it a lie?
It was true.
Steve, you're next.
I once had to explain to the police why I had 2 coffins in the back of my van.
David Steve.
Imagine I'm the police. Why have you got 2 coffins in the back of your van, sir?
Well, I was doing a touring play at the time, and there was vampires in it.
Yeah.
So we had 2 coffins in the back of the van as props. And we were actually in Germany doing this play called Neighbours with Long Teeth. And
Things never translate from English to German.
Why did the police stop you?
Well, unbeknownst to us, the head of the Deutsche Bank had just been assassinated in Frankfurt.
Right.
And they were stopping everyone.
And so they were pulling over basically all vans.
They were looking for anything dodgy, basically, I guess.
Right.
Where were you? Which city?
It was just outside Frankfurt.
I live there.
Do you?
Yeah.
So they pulled you over.
Machine guns, everything. Very, very serious situation.
Yeah.
And we had to explain the plot of our play, Neighbours with Long Teeth.
Because you speak a bit of German. So
Yeah.
you were the... How many of you were there?
3 of us.
Oh, you should have said 9.
What sort of venues are you touring around?
Schools.
Schools. So...
The plot went that I was a sort of young 17-year-old schoolboy who'd fallen in love with my neighbour who was a vampire. And she came up out of the coffin, and that's where we first met.
And what was the other coffin for?
The other coffin was for her parents, her mum or her dad. I think they shared, because they're a married couple, they're allowed to...
I mean, to be fair, Motsy is loving this show.
And how did you explain all this to the police?
It was a lot of mime.
But it's quite a complex plot, so how would you convey it to them?
I think they had more things on their mind than the full... They didn't get to Act 3.
So, yeah, yes, at what point in your description of the story did they glaze over?
Right, Bez, what do you think?
Well, I love the plot of Neighbours with Long Teeth, and it's got to be true with Stephen, I reckon.
You think true, Motsy?
You don't think any of this is true, do you? You don't think this is really happening?
But don't you remember when the president of the Deutsche Bank was assassinated in Frankfurt?
When did this happen?
It would have been late 80s.
I just born. Like...
So you're not a suspect?
That wasn't a big part of your childhood. Let us tell you the story of the president of the Deutsche Bank.
Well, what's it going to be?
Well, I live around Frankfurt area. I mean, even if I wasn't there in the 80s, I think I would have heard the story.
How old were you when you went to Germany?
18.
You arrived in Frankfurt over 20 years after Steve's van was pulled over. I am not surprised they didn't mention it.
But this is a story. This is culture. You carry that on.
A school's tour of a play about vampires, and the police pull over their van once on what was quite a busy day for the police. I cannot share your confidence that they would have mentioned it to you, an 18-year-old dancer coming from South Africa. I don't think that will be on the things you need to know, local restaurants, you know, this is how you pay the tax, the bins come on Tuesdays. Oh, and I must tell you, back in the late 80s, there was a guy here and he had a couple of coffins in his van. Turned out it was just a school's tour. If that's what you're basing it on, I'm going with Bez.
OK. So you're saying it's true?
Yes.
So, Steve, was it true or was it a lie?
True.
And
they never mentioned it.
I am moving out. No!
Anton, you're next.
Oh, right. Bins on. Here we go. I taught Nelson Mandela how to moonwalk.
Oh, hello.
Ah, Lee's team.
So when were you on the moon with Nelson Mandela? And when did you meet Nelson Mandela?
Just after he got released.
Obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be able to teach him, would you?
So it was just after South Africa won the World Cup.
Yeah.
The Rugby World Cup. It was tremendous. And there was different festivals and things going on, and I was there for a particular dance festival with other dancers, and Nelson Mandela, of course, was there, and on stage I taught him how to moonwalk.
You think you would have mentioned it on Strictly?
There's not as much room for mentioning on Strictly as there is on this show. All we do on this show is mention. Whereas that, they do dancing as well. This is just the format is just mention.
Very little dancing.
So much so that half the stuff we mention is just absolute rubbish. It's not true at all. They have to give us untrue things to mention, just to pad out all the mentioning that needs to be done. Whereas on Strictly, they have other things to do. It's like watching the football. No one mentions things then. You vague bit of shouting, very little mentioning. At the end, there's a bit of mentioning. Why did you lose? I don't know. But this is a mentioning-based bit of TV. Like Question Time. That's very mentioning. That's basically the same as this. There's a different style of mentioning, but they just basically mention away until that's finished and people can go.
Why aren't you called Mention Time?
They absolutely should do. It's more mentioning than questioning, isn't it?
So what do you think about Anton's claim, Ralph?
I'm leaning towards true. I think it's the kind of thing that could happen. You think it's the truth, Lucy?
I think I've heard it before. I think a lot of people have said.
Oh, so you have seen it on Strictly?
Like people say, I taught Nelson Mandela to moonwalk.
Wait, a lot of people have said that.
I've heard other people say, I've done that with Nelson Mandela. I think you should go with true, but I think it's a lie.
Best answers.
It's one or the other, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Definitely is. I'll give you that.
What's it going to be?
I think it's true.
Anton Du Beke, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
I told you. I knew it was a lie.
Lee.
A complete stranger once stopped me outside a church and got me to be a pallbearer at a funeral, as there were a man down and the service was about to start.
David's team.
OK, so where was this church?
This church was in just outside Bristol.
And why were you there?
I was just looking around for funerals.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing
black top hat.
I was wearing a black denim jacket, a white T-shirt, and I can't remember what... I don't think I had anything on below the waist.
So who is it that approaches you and asks you?
Well, I don't know his name, but he was a ruddy man, and he said, you couldn't do me a favour, could you? And I said, what? And he said, I work for the Undertakers, and we are a pallbearer short. we don't want to ask one of the mourners. Is there any chance you could take left back? Because I played football.
Why did they say we don't want to ask one of the congregation?
None of the family wanted to pull Burr. Because he died of obesity.
But isn't it weird? Did they warn the congregation that one of the fellas is going to be in jeans?
Right. Yes. They're all sat there, and you know, like in a play. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, the person playing left back on the coffin today will be played by Lee Mack. If anybody would like a refund, please go to the ticket office now. And then I walked in.
So you walked down the aisle, and then what happens?
I was very respectful. I just walked in. I did the nod that you do. The nod that can say, I'm so sorry for your loss without saying words.
That one says, I'm going up to my room, give it 10 minutes, I'll see you there.
You know, well, she was a widow.
So, Lucy, what do you think?
I think it's a lie.
Why?
It's the clothes.
That's the only reason you think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie for loads of other different reasons.
OK, so what are you going to say?
Nonsense.
Yeah, we'll go lie.
Saying it's a lie.
Yeah.
They think it's a lie, Lee. Was it true or was it a lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
David.
For one term at school, the other boys called me Two Hats, because my mum used to make me wear 2 hats to keep warm.
Lee.
Sure they didn't call you twats? OK. Describe the first hat.
The first hat was a dark blue woolly hat.
Right.
And it had a bobble, but that was cut off.
Ah.
Wow.
What was the second hat?
The second hat was my school cap.
Sounds like a pretty tough school. Did you wear shorts?
Yes.
Did they make you wear 2 pairs of shorts?
Yes, but that was for a different reason.
My nickname was Porky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because you used to wear a pig on your head.
Because I smelt the scratchings. No, it's just 'cause I was a bit overweight. 2 hats, that would be nice.
What's it going to be?
I think it's true. I think the bubble.
OK. Bob, what are you thinking?
The name 2 Hats feels a little bit 1960s East End London.
Well, I think it's kind of New York. Hey, it's Davy Two Hats. Here he comes.
Yeah. You will not marry that girl.
You heard what Porky said, Two Hats. You're not allowed to marry the girl.
I think it's a lie. It can't be true. Not David. Not David Two Hats.
They're saying it's a lie. David, was it a lie, or was it, in fact, the truth?
It was a lie.
I thought so.
Sarah, you're next.
OK. Live on air, I used to regularly distract a fellow Blue Peter presenter by pretending to be one of the animals.
All right, Lee's team.
What era of Blue Peter were you? Because I want to see.
I know. Peter Duncan and Simon Groom.
Correct.
And Goldie the dog went on to become a rapper. Your fellow presenter Simon Groom, Peter Duncan, was it one of them too? That you pretended to be an animal too?
Peter Duncan.
And what animal did you pretend to be?
The dog.
Can we listen to your dog, please? I want to hear you bark.
I didn't bark.
Oh!
So you're doing it off camera?
No, Peter Duncan would be always doing the cooking.
OK.
I would be behind the unit.
You'd be under the kitchen unit? Wait, no wonder they called it Blue Peter.
Can you act out a bit of the dog impression?
OK. Who shall I choose? Maybe Rob. So if you go and stand down, maybe just down a step. That's right. Get your trousers in place and everything. So you're about the same height as Peter Duncan.
Huh?
So
Big
you
guy.
have to stand...
Big guy.
You have to stand forward a little. Pretend that you're making a Mother's Day cake or something like that, something funny. And I would be...
I'm making my...
there you
Good
are.
God, woman,
Right.
there's no need for this.
I'm behind the unit. No one can see that.
So I'm
there.
cooking.
OK,
And
you're
then what
cooking.
you do is you basically add the sugar. And oh, good God!
And the whole point is...
Yes.
Wow. The whole point is he had to just keep
He had to
going
carry on, yes.
through it. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, I believe
yeah.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Good Lord. Well, time to take a guess. Tom Allen, what are you thinking?
I think this is true, actually.
Morgana?
Yeah, I think it's true.
Oh.
I think we're going to say true.
You're saying it's true. OK, Sarah. Truth or lie?
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah!
Amol, you're next.
My wife still hasn't realised, but for the last month, the first sentence I say to her each morning has contained the answer to that day's Wordle.
Oh. Now, some people may not know, Wordle is an online word game, a 5-letter word. You have to work out what the word is.
Right. So I wake up, I work out the answer, and then I make sure I get it in.
So what...
That sounds terrible.
What was today's?
So today's was today.
Right. So that was quite an easy one, then, I say.
But it also wasn't, was it? Well, the word wasn't today.
Was it not?
No.
What was... Oh, I see. Well, I think we're done.
What was the word today?
Well, I don't really want to upset anyone, because people lose their mind if you say them.
Oh, they lose their mind?
Yes. And have I used it in that sentence? No, I didn't, because I didn't think that far ahead.
Best not say.
I have just had a thought as well. I think I might have been thinking about yesterday's.
Yeah. So today's might have been today.
Yeah, but...
Was it? Did you... There we go.
Yeah, I'll stick with my first answer.
What was today's word?
Was it watch? Yes! I was
Well, look, whether or not a mole got the word wrong needn't necessarily mean members of the jury...
Oh, no, we're not ruling it out merely because of that.
Oh, we are?
That's fine.
We are? I'm going to put a tenner on the table.
This is not a gambling environment.
He's lying.
We're going to say it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. OK, Amol,
well,
was it true or was it a lie?
It is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Amol doesn't say the Wordle answer to his wife every morning.
I've got to tell you, I've never played Wordle in my life.
Amol, you don't have to tell us that.
Well, that's all we've time for on this special edition of Would I Lie to You. Thanks very much for watching. Good night.